Oh, it went live, yay. Um, I made some spaghetti sauce tonight with just olive oil and parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme and garlic for sheet, and then some green peppers and so. So I learned the song. Oh God, that sounds terrible. Pull somebody. Uh, um, anybody got a Facebook account? Could do me a favor, please. I got a friend who's freaking out. Need some like stroking. Sounding fuzzy. Put a little water in it. I suck on these cough drops all the time, and then they get sugar in my saliva, and that gums up my mouthpieces. Horn's got to go in. The horn is like I'm fighting it. It's got a leak somewhere. It's got some leak somewhere. Well, I really got very little to say right about anywhere. Um, I could get a little I could get a little political tonight. Um, Hillary Clinton. I got this deserves some shit thrown at it. Who had it? Oh, Debbie had the comment that needed repeating. Debbie Jackson is the mother of Avery Jackson, who was the transgender girl who was on the cover of the National Geographic. Debbie comes from like a totally conservative Christian background, and she decided that she's going to stand behind her daughter rather than watch her daughter kill herself. Um, oh, geez, what a mess. And we might as well get down on it because it's only 4 more days. Oh, where the fuck is it? I might as well read from Debbie's wall tonight. Let me find the one I'm looking for, and then we'll just go back and read a bunch of shit. Holy crap. Where is it? This is going back too far. She must have been on her personal page. Oh, here it is. There we go. This is outrageous. This is totally ridiculous. Hillary Clinton compares staying with Bill to being the parent of a transgender child. Hillary Clinton has described her decision to stay married to Bill Clinton after he was unfaithful as gutsy and likened the experience to parenting a transgender child. Oh, Lord. You only had one kid. It wasn't to take your kids. It was take the one kid, and that kid wasn't even his, supposedly. Oh boy, this is like really fucked up thing she said. Now we can get it back to shit. I hate it when it does this. It's showing me like it would if I was on a telephone, and I can't read the whole thing. That's better. Clinton continued by comparing this hard moment of decision to that of parents considering how to act when their child tells them that they're transgender. That's a stretch, baby. Sometimes when your child has an issue, I had a friend a few years ago who called up and said, I don't know who to talk about this, but my little girl wants to be a boy. What do I do? And several of us we didn't know what to do. We never had a friend who faced that before, she said. Several of us kind of read everything and talked to people and gave her advice. And it was really gutsy for her to say, okay, I'm going to respect the feelings of my child as hard as it is for me to understand this. So I think when the question was asked personally, everybody faced a moment of decision and reached deep down inside and decided what's right for you to do. And hopefully it reached with love and understanding. Oh, boy. No comments. Well, here's Debbie Jackson's comment. No, Hillary, I respect you. I voted for you, but your husband broke vows and could have broken your marriage. My transgender child didn't break anything, and I didn't have to reach deep down inside to figure out the right thing to do. It's about right. Hello, Hidden. How are you tonight? There are a number of Christian lobbying groups that have been labeled hate groups by the SPLC that are constantly, these are the people behind the toilet laws and all the other discriminatory law they're trying to get passed against LGBT people. All these lawsuits claiming a religious exemption from discriminating against LGBT people. And it's just a very few, very loud and very well-funded organizations. The Mayans defending freedom. And most of them are like, I think 3 of them are based in Arizona. Let's see, Alliance Defending Freedom. Family Watch International is the one that's giving us a hard time here for TUSD on the family life curriculum. Family Research Council. I think that's Tony Perkins. Family Research Council. I forget who the Family Watch International is. And it just, they got all this whole network of preachers that's it's like they're going to get to heaven by condemning LGBT people. There was a let me see if I can find it. The cherry-picked Bible. It's like they make shit up. Yeah, the cherry-picked edition. What is... The cherry-picked Bible is all verses Christians do not want to follow have been omitted. Get yours today so you can eat shellfish, get tattoos, control women, and as a bonus, we've added anti-gay verses that Jesus never said. That's where, you know, they're looking to eradicate everything that's not cisgender, heterosexual, white, Christian, and makes more than $50,000. Anybody doesn't meet those criteria is just a useless eater that they don't give a fuck about. And if you're way off in LGBT land, or I don't know where they're at about, I don't know, white nationalism is like really crazy. It's just they are using illegitimate interpretations of scripture. I mean, really seriously illegitimate interpretations of scripture, and I'm still waiting for somebody to give me a rational reason for stigmatizing effeminate men and masculine women. I mean, what's, you know, and you know, clothing and hairstyles and all the rest of that, makeup, and you know, you want to present as female, or you know, and you know, the definitions are get so hazy. Today, I got a call from the university. I'd signed up for a CPTSD research study, and she's asking me some questions, and she asked me, "What's my biological sex?" And I answered male, and I'm waiting for her ask the question about gender, and she didn't. So I mentioned to her that, you know, if you're gonna ask about biological sex, you need to ask about gender too. And I said, "Oh, okay, thanks." So who's gonna talk to me, please? I'm like totally bored. Don't even know what I want to talk about tonight. Trump's freaking out. So just what's Trump? What's Trump doing this moment? Probably sleeping. And he's buying ads. Fight back against impeachment. Oh, and there's another whistleblower thinking about blowing it on the Ukraine. And they just there was an arms deal with Ukraine. Not a real big one, just a few $1,000,000. I think it was $70 million or something, which isn't a whole lot. I don't think you can even buy a whole cruise missile for that. Those suckers are $250,000 a piece or something like that. Okay, 24 minutes ago, new extreme dams now running the party. What's he freaking out about now? Oh, he's sharing some Hannity. I don't think I want to listen to this.
A radical far-left squad, the real leaders in the House of Representatives, they're becoming more unhinged by the day. Now we have Congresswoman Tlaib, impeach the MFer. She's saying Democrats are looking into how to arrest Trump officials. For what? We don't know. We want to arrest them. What are we going to do when they resist? Take a look.
This is really unprecedented. This is the first time we've ever had a situation like this. So they're trying to figure out, no joke, they're trying to figure out, well, is it the DC police that goes against them? They're trying to be like, well, where are we going to put them? Where are we going to hold? No, I mean, those are the kinds of things they're trying to tread carefully.
Okay, well, he's a little pissed about that. Did I see Trump ask, I'm talking to anybody. Talk to me. What do you want to talk about? Let's see what's in my feed. Gay youth and mom file lawsuit accusing Monongalia County, West Virginia, BOE of sweeping his rape under the rug. What's a BOE? Board of Education. Wow. The teacher never reported the rape, despite the fact that she was required to under West Virginia law, according to Kramer. As a result, the victim of the rape was forced to see and interact with his assailant on a regular basis at school and activities, which caused him great pain and trauma. This is Morgantown, West Virginia. Why you didn't report it for 7 months? He didn't even tell his mother about it for a year and a half. Wow, what a mess. What a mess. What else? Anything else interesting? Oh, Molly, I'm so sorry. I tried to call. Shit. Anybody got Facebook? Please, I need some help. Contact somebody at Facebook. She's out of her medication, and I don't know what she can't get more. I don't know. But she's freaking out. I can't respond. Oh, well, this is something I really should be talking about. This is an editorial from Brian Monch of the Salt Lake Tribune from last July. You know how to make America great again? Impeach Trump, but not for the reasons you think. The IPCC report of October 2018 demonstrates that within the laws of physics and chemistry, with current resources and technology and feasible financial commitments, we can avert climate disaster and not destroy human civilization. While every action matters, every bit of warming matters, every month and every year matters, the scientific community's warning is that we only have a few years left to abandon carbon-based energy before we reach a point of no return. Actually, in private discussions, many of those scientists personally believe that is too optimistic. I'm one of those. My calculations when I was in college, and I did it for a paper I wrote, that we're going to see the ice melting, the permafrost melting, all this methane being released, and just keep building and building and building, unless we stop burning things. You know, the planet took billions of years to scrub all the sulfur and sulfur, the nitrogen, and get all the toxic stuff out of the atmosphere and get the right balance of gases there for us to breathe. And we're just burning it, pumping it out of the ground and burning it. And by the laws of physics and chemistry, we're fucking up the planet's life support systems. We're totally throwing nature out of balance, and it's gonna. This is what people just don't seem to comprehend, is that we're an insignificant portion of the mass of the planet and of the total biomass of the planet. We're nothing. We're, as far as our actual presence in terms of our weight in the world. Insignificant fractions. The models used to make those dire predictions and calculations by necessity don't take into account critical positive feedback loops. At some point, those feedback loops will overwhelm the biosphere's ability to absorb carbon. Things like loss of polar and glacial ice, methane emissions from thawing of permafrost in the Arctic tundra and freshwater lakes, release of methane hydrates from the ocean, more forest fires releasing more CO2, warmer soil increasing microbial activity, and therefore more carbon into the atmosphere. We're already seeing frightening evidence that these feedback loops have begun and could cause the global climate to virtually ignite into a spiral of hellish extremes. Because those feedback loops cannot be adequately factored into climate models, suffice it to say that those dire predictions about climate are highly likely to be best case scenarios, not worst case. The scientific community couldn't be more clear on warning the public of unfolding global climate catastrophe. By catastrophe, we're literally referring to an uninhabitable Earth. And on the way to getting to that point, billions, not millions of people are likely to become climate refugees, just like those from Central America who are right now trying to immigrate to the United States because of climate-related failure of their agriculture. Put another way, the climate crisis doesn't just mean we'll have to turn up our air conditioning. It means the collapse of modern civilization, misery, suffering, and death for much of the world's population, especially the poor. By not just ignoring, but aggravating and accelerating climate crisis, Trump and the rest of the Republican Party are right now engaged in truly wicked criminal behavior, the ultimate in high crimes and misdemeanors. Noam Chomsky, the liberal MIT professor, linguist, dissident, and famous author, said, "We are led by leaders who understand very well what they're doing, but are so dedicated to enriching themselves and their friends in the near future that it simply doesn't matter what happens to the human species." There's nothing like this in all of human history. There have been plenty of monsters in the past, but you can't find one who was dedicated with passion to destroying the prospects for organized human life. Hitler was horrible, but not that. At the impeachment trial, forget Robert Mueller. Bring in the scientists, the climate experts, the public health experts, the ecologists, the hydrologists, the marine biologists, et cetera, et cetera. The official position of every credible scientific organization in the world is that human-caused greenhouse gases threaten our very survival. Have them all testify in front of the world exactly what Trump is doing to our chances of averting disaster. Make Trump and Moscow Mitch McConnell fumble around to try and refute the science. Science versus Trump. Fact versus fake news. Renewable energy versus renewable stupidity. It will be a critical education of the public, a demonstration that climate public policy trumps, pardon the pun, all other issues. It will expose the entire Republican Party for what they are, the enemies of humanity. It just might be a better chance than any other of removing him from office. At the very least, it could put climate front and center as the issue of the 2020 election, which is exactly where it should be. Okay. Hello, Greg. Sneezes out of his mind. I don't know the city of Tucson squat. and they're not gonna lock me up for any unpaid citation fines. He's out of his mind. I saw him say something about me going to jail. They want me to go to jail. You know, they think I should be locked up for failing to communicate for something I did 35 years ago. On the 15th is a hearing for the guy who stole my horn. I don't know what else. They have him locked up for some felony. I don't know what it was. He's already there. I'm afraid they're gonna let him like plead out the time served and like I'm out of horn. And he you know he's got to be in jail for this other thing anyway. So we'll see. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just biding my time, Judge. I've been working on stuff. I just ordered Sneasel's a psychopath. It's just this people hate themselves and they project it out on others. I don't know how it gives me pain. It causes me pain to be mean. These people that are mean for fun. I don't like getting angry, and these people are just like angry all the time. That D. I swear, man. So I let it hang. Tucking, I think, goes to your head. Sitting on a thing all day long. They certainly aren't making any points. So Shell's got herself kicked out of. She might have got herself kicked out of transgender role models. Let's see if she's still a member. She pissed off Mexicans, and that she doesn't. Courtney doesn't get upset too easily. Here, this is what Courtney thinks of Dee Dee Price's opinion. I removed another post that lacked evidence supporting their claims. Without evidence, it amounts to making ad hominem comments. A reminder, there is no criteria to be met in order to be transgender. Trying to go down that road makes one's argument less persuasive than if they had not said anything at all. Let's see if she's still a member, because she was right on the edge of throwing her out. Yeah, she's still a member. I need to make noise. This really got nothing to say. No, talk to me. Probably should work on that tune a little bit, because that would bring me money on the street. Now I have to look up the sheet. What's the worst sounding instrument? I don't know. This thing's not sounding real good tonight. It's bothering me. Worst sounding instrument, awful instrument. I don't know. There's no awful instrument. Program rhythm box with nobody playing it. That bothers me after about 4 bars. See if I got any. Well, let's see what I got on the keys. Nothing if it's not plugged in, huh? Meh. Yeah. I think I haven't had I probably had too much to smoke tonight. Okay. Nobody got nothing to say? Come on, talk to me. Let's see what's happening. I'm working on my complaint, and it's a 14th Amendment thing about equal protection. So I'm not getting it. Oh boy. You know, one of the reasons I haven't been streaming much is because my jaw's been bugging me. And it's starting to bother me tonight a little bit. And I'm bored. And I got nothing to say. And nobody's talking to me. So thanks for coming. Happy day. Bye.